Hello! Today we're going to make a wire wrapped ring. It's a 1 bead ring. We're going to make, they look similar to this. I have a special order for a small size 5, and in this ring we are going to use a 24 gauge copper wire. The tools you'll need would be the ring mandrel, wire cutters, nylon jaw pliers, flat nose, or those chain nose, they're flat, I believe. Anyway, some sort of a flat nosed plier. First I'm going to cut 24 inches of 24 gauge copper wire. And I like to pull on it to make sure it's got all the wrinkles out for now. The bead that we're going to be using is a Suzhou Jade nugget bead, and the first thing I'm going to do is wrap that on there. I'm going to wrap the wire around twice through the bead hole because it is a thin wire and I want to make sure the bead's held on there nice and tight. So there we go. That's going to be facing the inside of the band, so you won't see that when you're wearing the ring. The first thing we're going to do is, to make a size 5, I'm going to place the bead at the 5.5 mark. I'm going to wrap my wires around the back to the front, and then you end up with, I'm going to put this camera up here so you can see a little better. Here we have 2 wires in the back, one coming up each side. You have a top wire and a bottom wire. I'm going to take the top wire and I want to go around the mandrel one more time. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom wire. And you want to make sure that they're not crossing each other at all. And then you'll push those wires together, tighten it up, and there we go. Check your size. I am still, I'm at a 5.5, which is where I want to be. You continue with your top wire. You're going to go over the back of the bead and around, like that. And then the bottom wire, we're going to go under the bead and back over. And then you can take those 2 wires and you can keep wrapping them together, because we're going to make a heavy wire wrap around the back. Try to not bang my mandrel on the table so much. Let's see. You split them back off and you end up with this look. You have 1 wire here, 1 wire here, several wraps behind the bead, and we're going to now remove the ring from the mandrel. You want to hold on to it, make sure you don't lose any of your fine wire wrapping. We're going to take one of the wires and we're going to, I like to use my fingers to push it through the back of the ring. You want to make sure that when you're wrapping this that you keep your wires next to each other. You don't want them overlapping, because then it can damage the wires if they're on top of each other. I'm going to continue to wrap that around several times. The more wraps you put around the band, the smaller the ring gets, and that's why you start out with a half a size bigger. This is a, oops, I bit that. This is a very thin wire, so we're going to probably wrap it several times on each side. Just like that. And turn it over and we'll do it again. Just take your finger and push that through. This wire is nice and soft to work with. Still trying to keep our band wires next to each other instead of on top of each other. Wrap it over the top of the band, push it through the center. And then we're going to check the size, make sure it still fits us where we want it to. That's what we have so far. Try to keep it neat. There's the band. So we'll put it back on our mandrel. Check the size. Kind of have to wiggle it back down. Okay. See if we can get it down to the size we wanted. And I have it out of 5 now, which is perfect. There it is. So now we can finish it off, cut the extra wire off. And then I'll probably hammer it a little bit, not in your ear. The hammering, it's called work hardening the wire. It'll make the wire more sturdy, it hardens. I don't know how else to describe it. The more you work the wire, the harder it becomes. Sterling silver really gets hard pretty quickly. I haven't worked with it in a while, and I started working with it again, and it does a number on your fingers. Not like this nice soft copper wire. Anyway, there's our finished ring. We are going to put this in a bath of ammonia fumes and make it turn nice and brown, nice and antiqued. And then we'll take a little bit of vinegar and polish it up, and that'll give it some, kind of distress it a little, I guess. But anyway, that is how you make I guess that's a 4-band, heavier band. It's a thin wire. It's not really heavy, but I use that thin wire to give it a little oomph behind the bead. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hope you have a great day.